Okay, we are live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for it to start on YouTube so we can kick things off. Come on, go. Yay. Okay,
Let's go.
let's go. Right. Welcome back everyone to Odys Talks. This show is hosted by Odys Global, your one-stop shop, one-stop marketplace for age domains, websites, premium names, as well as additional services, including, oh, by the way, there's this cute, sweet little thing that I'm going to run right now, including topic clusters, 3-on redirects, fully managed website hosting, EEAT audit, and we've also recently launched our lease to own feature. So if you spotted a domain or website that you really like or that you think suits your business perfectly, but you don't want to or can't pay it in full right this moment, you can now do it in installments. And today I'm joined by three amazing guys, three amazing pros in the industry. Israel Gaudette, who's the founder of Flawless SEO and Authority Hawk, who and one of the oldest mentors. And by the way, you can book a coaching session with him. You can find the link in the description box on YouTube or just in the post on Facebook or LinkedIn. Uh, Adam Chronister, founder of Enleaf, and also the researcher of AI these days. I'll let him unfold on this in a while. And Jitendra Vaswani, I hope I pronounced it properly, correctly.
It's good.
Founder of DGXA, Bloggers Ideas, and a number of other projects. So, guys, why don't you introduce yourselves? Add anything you want to add about yourselves for the audience? Go on, Israel. Why don't you go first?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, I'm doing SEO for 10 years now. I've been a full-time affiliate marketer for 6 years. And then 4 years ago, I sold all my portfolio and started to diversify in other ventures like SaaS. I have also created my SEO agency. And now I would say that my time is mostly focused on AI and semantic SEO is where I have a lot of passion for.
Awesome. Adam.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, Adam Chronister run a digital marketing agency based in Pacific Northwest called Enleaf, and like so many other people, been spending a lot of time doing talks around AI and SEO, and yeah, just having lots of fun digging into all the new opportunities and the new ways that I guess we approach SEO. I know we'll be talking about is SEO dead, and so definitely have some things to contribute on that topic. So. Um,
Awesome. Thank you. Jitendra.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm doing SEO and affiliate marketing almost from 10 years, like full time. And currently, I'm working on niche websites like into make money online, education, proxies, hosting. And of course, I'm loving AI things which are going on right now from the past, like almost like 1 year. I would say aggressively, I have used AI tools like in my business. So it's good to talk on like in this chat about SEO update, like what people are thinking about SEO update by Google. So I think it's going to be very fun today. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Let's kick it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Oh, I like the opener. That's great.
And
I like this.
beat button this time because I forgot to do it last time and it just kept
You
on
got you
rolling.
got you got clips. You got lower thirds. You're prepared, man.
Well,
I love it. The
I'm
good
trying to do my
preparation.
best. Well, all right. So today is the funeral of SEO on this show. I actually wanted to do the to do a picture like with just the letters SEO, put it in a framework, and this black ribbon in its corner. But yeah, just didn't have the bandwidth to do it. Either way, just so let's jump right to the topic. Let's pretend that not pretend like let's say that there's something that could really put SEO on its back for good. What could it be, in your opinion, considering your experience, your skills, your understanding of the industry? What could that thing be? Or a number of things, complex of things, like some sudden change. I don't know. Spill the beans.
I have one word: greed. Greed.
Agreed.
What do I mean by that? Well, I think if Google had their way, all the listings would be paid ads, right? I had a friend showing me. I was at a conference. I hadn't seen this, but it was a Twitter post, and it was like, I think it was in 2013. It was basically a holiday thing saying, "We wish you all a happy holiday, except for SEOs. We hate you." And this was an actual tweet from Google. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" Like,
Yeah.
So I think I think if a company like Google said, "Hey, screw it, we don't even want to show organic results," like, I think it'd be hard for them to
Yeah.
do that really realistically without losing some market share. But I wouldn't put it past them, to hide more and more of the SERP results, especially if it meant that they get to line their pockets with more money, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that
it was
sounds
crazy
legit.
tweet by crazy tweet by Google, and everybody on that tweet was commenting very nasty. Like everybody was like abusing Google, to be very honest, because like the kind of updates they have bring in the last 3 months, I would say, it's caused a havoc in the SEO industry. I would say that like so many people have lost their like earnings, their businesses. I think it's massive update, like massive updates. Like in my career of 10 years, like I've never seen this kind of update. Like I'm doing almost
Yeah.
like full-time
Yeah.
stuff. Like I've never seen this kind of update. I never faced this kind of revenue drop in my business, to be very honest. I would be
Yeah.
like very honest with you. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
We've done okay, but we've definitely we every month we report in our reporting, our monthly reporting to our clientele, and of course we're doing client base, but we report on algorithm updates, and it's just kind of like every month it's like beating a dead horse. It's like, okay, and yet another core algorithm update, and yeah, I
Yes.
think I think last month it calmed down a little bit, but it was like, I don't know, like 5 months of just non-stop updates. And
August,
like, I think
September,
I
Yeah.
saw
October.
more updates in the last 6 months than I've seen in the last 6 years. Like,
Oh
it's
wow.
so definitely
Yeah.
there's a lot going on with Google's updates. So yeah, it definitely keeps you on your toes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last year has been crazy with all these updates. There's a lot of things that have changed, and we need to evolve with a lot of things that was working before and that doesn't work anymore. So
Yeah.
but it still has always been a game of evolving and just change. So it's definitely not dead, but of course we just need to make change to our process because there's a lot of things that have changed, especially in the last years. And like Jitendra has said, there's a lot of people have probably lost their business, especially guys that are like focusing on niche sites. I think these guys that have been impacted the most with the recent change. But of course, that's impacted lots of publishers as well as probably other business too.
Yeah, but the market, the industry, and the market seems to be rather flexible so far. Because I mean, well, today, well, for the past 6 months in particular, right? It's been Google updates that have been causing havoc, right? Um, but I remember last year when I was in Saigon at SEO Mastery Summit, uh, it was all about AI, and people were really like riled up. They were really nervous because ChatGPT 3.5 was just launched, and everyone was like, "Oh no, what are we gonna do? All the content thing that we've been doing so far, it's like just doesn't matter anymore." I heard even someone saying that they have a friend, an affiliate guy, who just decided to exit his business, just sell all his websites and just forget, you know. And well, it stabilized over time, and now like AI is actively incorporated into SEO work, whatever it is. both on the content side on and number of other things. Well, you can talk more about it. And as far as I see with Google updates, especially the helpful content update lately, I mean, I think it was Corey right before the new year. He's been on the show, and he mentioned something like I can't remember the exact words, but the idea was that well, even though it kind of like messes things up, it actually what Google is trying to do is to provide users with like legitimately helpful content. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, if I can start, definitely user experience as make a step in the ranking factors. I noticed like this, and honestly, user experience is all about the search intent. So you really have to satisfy search intent to ensure that your user have a good experience with your content and search what they want to find. And I believe that the arrival on AI has make big impact in the SEO industry because a lot of people are leveraging AI and a lot of people have their own process. And just to give you an example, you could have created content like 2 years ago with writers that have just do analysis on the search intent and write a great article. But over time, people's with the arrival of AI started to use AI to make better analysis of search intent and all these things. So now with the report you can generate with AI, if you feed the right data, you can have a better understanding of what user wants. So you increase user experience. So I think what is going on here is a lot of people that have been impacted by negatively be the restaurant algorithm, probably they just have whole content and people that just made better content that satisfy better the search intent because they have better tools now to work with, which is AI mostly. So I think it's one of the things that have impacted many people as well.
Yeah, I know for us, like we're we're a lot on the agency, and it's funny because as technological as I think we've become as an agency, as team members, there's still a lot of businesses, especially the small businesses, that they're not doing any kind of content, right? And most of their competitors, maybe 1 out of 10 are actually doing the right things. And so, there's definitely a big dichotomy between people that are still very much behind. Like, you don't think of, like today, you don't think of businesses that still don't have websites. But I'm working with somebody right now to create work on a script that basically crawls GMB listings and finds all the ones that don't have websites, right? And there's still just a ton of business that are not even doing like the bare minimum. And so for us, it's, the way that we refer to it, like in the agency world, is I tell our team, I'm like, we don't have writers. We have prompt engineers and we have editors. I'm like, so stop thinking of yourself as a writer. Start thinking of yourself as a prompt engineer and an editor. And that's really allowed us to do more, with not with less, but more with the same. So we've actually started to step up our content cadence and our packages without necessarily charging more to our clients. And, obviously we're marketers, so we position that as, hey, we're going to offer you more, right? And don't worry, you don't have to pay us more. But that's only because the tools have allowed us to, and the processes have allowed us to get to market quicker with content. But, I've seen other areas. I know more than one content as a service business that went out right after ChatGPT was released. So it's not without disruption, right? Like there's definitely plenty of that, but it's like anything else. It's like, who's going to be able to adapt, at least in the short term, and those that don't, might be in a hard spot here soon. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jitendra,
so
you
I
want to
would
add
say that,
anything?
like, yeah. Adam, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, would you like to add anything?
Me, okay, fine, yeah. So what I've seen like in this update, like from the last 6 months, I would say that so many of affiliate sites of mine got hit, like two, three got major hit, but some of them they got only 10-20% hit. And now I have seen like some of them getting recovered affiliate sites in January. What I've seen like there's an uptick in the traffic in the search console, what I'm observing, because we have been like improving our content every day. We are making SOPs like how we can put more data into the content like on our affiliate site, and we should not show our affiliate site as an affiliate site. We should show as a brand, as a media company, right? And we have done some testing on the homepage site, like changing about us paging, like pages, author pages and all. Like we have changed so many things in the website to see what Google actually is looking for, like the kind of trust Google wants, like EAT. We are putting all these elements into our niche website, and we have seen, now we are seeing like little bit improvement, like 2-3% of traffic improvement we are seeing on all our niche website. So I think like if you keep making all these kind of changes in your site and you keep looking at what user is actually looking for in your content, you can easily like improve your like ROI on affiliate marketing. And I'm also running my agency, so few of my clients, they were like very hesitate after this like massive SEO update. So I think they were a little bit hesitant, but now they're coming back. They are seeing like, okay, if we don't do SEO, like if we stop SEO right now, we are not going to see any kind of results in the future. So they have to be on the track. They have to see what competitors are doing. So I think slowly things are picking up. I would say that. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing you mentioned is that you have to you can't show an affiliate site as an affiliate site, but as a brand. That was like
The brand.
that's probably I can say that it's sort of a mantra I've learned from Alex, founder of Odys, is that like don't treat your website like a side hustle. Treat it like a business.
Yes. As
And
a business, yeah. As a media company.
yeah, and that led me to an understanding right this moment, that is that, well, as it turns out, I've been somewhat in the SEO industry for almost 15 years, and I just didn't really realize it, because I was like, I was a freelance writer for most of that time, and I just didn't realize I was just a small part of a big picture. But as I understand right now, the most like successful and surviving SEOs out there today are those that have this entrepreneurial attitude towards whatever they.
Mindset.
I mean, they don't just do the job of SEO; they actually do business. You know, and I think you can relate to that, each one of you, right? Yeah. So I mean, you've built your brands, you've built companies, you've built sites, of course, affiliate sites. It's like some sort of a necessary evil for modern SEO. But at the end of the day, you're entrepreneurs, and in case SEO just burns down to ashes tonight, you'll figure something out tomorrow. Um,
Yeah. That always has been in SEO. You have wave and you just follow the wave, and when you drop, you just do everything to recover. That's part of the game.
yeah.
Especially as an affiliate marketer. I remember when I started, I think I was like three first years in the SEO, and I was making decent amount of money, but I keep all my money in bank because I know that affiliate marketing could be like up and down. And then I got it heavily by one of the update, and I think I dropped something like to 40,000 to like 5,000 per month. It was like massive drop. And then I was happy to have keep some money in bank because I've been able to reinvest and recover over time. But that, especially in the affiliate marketing game, that is something that you really need to understand, because sometimes it can be like 1 year just to recover and don't have the money that enter. So you really have to have some balance to back your projects. But yeah, that's a tough game to be affiliate marketer, to be honest, especially now because it's much more difficult. And I think Jitendra got uh, a good aspect of SEO, because Google really want to see a business behind the site. And most of people that create affiliate sites, and myself, we often just want to hide the guys that is behind it, because we don't want people steal our niche or whatever. So we use fake persona, a logo.
Right.
There's no real business information that is put on the site. The most of the time it's all fake. And I think probably over time Google is just getting better to understand what is a real business and what is not. If you look at the big affiliate site, the big publishers, they all have a media brand company that they link to all their assets, and they don't try to hide that the site is to them. They are all public to that, and they have many good EAT also aspect, like editorial guidelines, about page, team page. You can even call them if you want, and the phone I'm sure works. Uh, which is not the case on all the affiliate sites. That just fake numbers and fake address. But yeah, I think if you really want to succeed as an affiliate site, you need to have more than just a logo. You need to have a brand behind, a real team, and show to Google that you care and you are air. You don't try to hide anything. So that's a different landscape that what most people have learned over time. Because before it was easy, create a third persona, fake orders, you create
Yeah.
some expertise, and you could ranks and you were an expert. But now I just believe the game is totally different. If you are not a brand, goodbye. You're
Yes.
not gonna compete with the big boys.
Yeah. If you want to compete with the big boys like news website like Forbes and all, you need to showcase yourself as a brand. And what
Yeah.
I'm doing right now, like if the SEO is going down, like to be very honest, my SEO stuff got really hit in the last 6 months. So now we are doing AdWords. Like I know if I cannot rank for Odys review, for example, right? I can do the brand bidding, right? I can find some keyword which are related to your brand, right? Like how to find expired domain, right? So I can bid on those keywords with AdWords and I can still make money as an affiliate, right? So this is a like strategy we are trying right now. Like we are finding those brands which are not quite actively tracking AdWords, like finding those keywords which we can easily bid on, like brand review keywords, like coupon keywords, like versus keyword, because we already know SEO. We have done SEO, right? Now I know the keywords like XYZ versus ABC, right? I know that brand is some kind of search volume. So we can do AdWords on those brands and still can make some money. Because one of my friend, he's doing crazy stuff with AdWords, and because his SEO stuff got really hit, so he's making almost like $10,000 a month with brand bidding, and he's making pretty good money with that. Even not brand bidding, but he's finding some kind of info keywords like how to find an expired domain, and he's like bidding and he's making money with that too. I think that's a very good way like to like diversify your income in affiliate marketing.
Yeah, just not focus on SEO, but also, like you see, PPC.
Forever.
Social marketing could be also something that could works with specific niches. Yeah, like you say, diversifying is the key if you want to
Is a
to
key.
try
Yeah,
to stay
true.
to have stable incomes. Because if you put everything in one basket, you put
It's not
yourself
gonna
at
work.
risk. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
not
Yeah,
gonna work.
yeah,
Yeah, that's been
And
that's kind of been my motto for a long time. Like I like multiple sources of income, right? And I think that's one of the reasons that I've never really jumped too far into affiliate. The other reason is like I have ADD, so I get bored and distracted quite easily. But with multiple, having multiple clients, like I can divide my attention, right? But and so like the whole idea of having to build a brand for, in the agency world, like that's number one, because you're typically working with brands, like just how to make them better, right? How to better position them with EAT and those kind of things. Like we've been doing a lot more of that. But yeah, I like I was talking about earlier, like I treat, since I got into this game, I've acted like every every new month SEO could be dead. And so I don't talk about it a lot. I run an agency, but like I diversify in other things too, right? Like we have a lot of the clients come into the door because they hear about our SEO, but we build them, websites. So we have a whole website development and design department. We run Google advertising. We do a little bit of branding as well. And then, I also dabble in some real estate on the side, right? And as well as stocks and crypto. I know that's not the point of this talk, but I think
Why
the key
not?
is like a lot of people in SEO, like the people that do it well, like, and this already kind of got brought up, but like, SEO is just the tool, but I think at the backbone, a lot of them are entrepreneurial, right? And I think any good entrepreneur is going to weather the storm better than, I guess, the non-entrepreneur. And as much as I worry about like what's the future of SEO and how does that impact me and all my bros, right? I actually end up worrying a lot more for businesses that are maybe less entrepreneurial. Like that's the stuff that keeps me up, right? The small town lawyer that doesn't realize that now I can create NDAs in 2 seconds, right? Or
Yes.
you name the small business. Like there's a lot of businesses that I think have no idea the level of disruption that's going to start happening to their business. And so they would be wise to to find people that are already ahead of the curve, if not try to learn some stuff themselves. So
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, well, speaking of technologies and stuff like that, have you already tried GPT-5? Because I've seen some I don't know, tweets and, well, X posts saying like, oh, you don't even know what's coming or something like that. It's like, oh, it's so advanced, so like so many steps ahead. So have you had the chance to try it out or check it out? Like, what's
Y-
changed? How can it help you improve your game, let's say?
You are talking about GPT-5, but it's not released yet.
Oh, it's not yet. All right, because I mean,
No.
I'm not
yeah, I was
really
gonna
like,
say,
oh, it's just some
do you
messages
have
just pop
access
up.
to the beta? Because sign me up.
I don't. I
I
just
just
seen some
know.
messages popping up, so I was wondering, well, maybe
Yeah.
you guys had the
For,
chance. Well,
for,
either way.
for
I just know what
personally,
and yeah,
yeah,
what we're doing already with ChatGPT 4 is already kind of crazy. Like, so I can only imagine. Like, one of the projects I just got done doing is I just created an ebook reader, and in about like 2 minutes, I created a 33,000 word ebook on vacation rental. Getting started with running your own vacation rental. It's one of our niches, and yeah, it just blew my mind. I'm like, oh my god, like a little bit
Wow.
of scripting inside of Google Sheets, and I can create like this entire ebook. So,
yeah, the
Wow.
potential is
um,
huge.
Potential
so
is
I can only
huge. Yeah.
imagine like the stuff that they haven't released yet, like what that's going to do. I know Google just showed some really interesting uh, demos of what they're working on, and man, it's nuts.
Gemini.
Yeah. Personally, I'm more interested by fine-tuning for GPT-4 than just GPT-5, because I have experimented GPT 3.5 fine-tuning. It's the potential is not great because GPT-3 is not as good as GPT-4 to understand, and especially the instruction is not, it doesn't listen the instructions correctly. But when they will release fine-tuning for GPT-4, it will open up a huge amount of new opportunities. Yes, what you can do with GPT-4 right now is already big. And now with the function scaling, you can do a really great script with that. But there's still the fine-tuning aspects that are really waiting for. But yeah, for me, GPT-4 fine-tuning, which has been promised in fall, which did not been yet, but I'm waiting it with impatience, to be honest. GPT-5, I'm not sure how better it will. A lot of rumors says that GPT-5 will be like AI assistant, a AI agent. So let's see what they will going on. But for me, it's really, I think GPT-4 fine tuning is what will really make the bar to another level for me at least.
Mhm. Yeah. By the way, Israel, you just before this conversation, you mentioned on your Facebook page that you're going to that you were about to have a call with head chief AI scientist.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, I mean,
But like I say in the early on the podcast, if you don't want to be left behind something, it's really here. And I put a lot of my time to learn AI. And as an entrepreneur, I'm seeing it like it just open up to opportunities. I like to invest in new stuff, and like I have SaaS. I have already sold personal SaaS in the past, and then I have also
Hmm.
affiliate side still, and then I am a agency, but I'm always looking for adding new source of incomes to my portfolio, to my business. And EI is, we are at the start of something that is huge, and I don't want to
Yes.
lose any opportunity just because I don't have the necessary knowledge to understand what I could do with it. So here is why I have planned a consultation with EI chief scientist, because I want to understand really the capacity, the understanding better the possibility that we can do. I have also a few projects in mind that I want to justify with him, clarify if it's possible and the limits. And but yeah, it's for my own knowledge and for potential future projects. Yeah.
oh no, it must have been like real honor talking to chief AI scientist. Uh,
Yeah, AI
Yeah.
is pretty much helpful. I would say like with that, like in my business stuff, like creating content is becoming now so easy because I have a team of only two writers. One is copywriter and one is already creating the content with ChatGPT, and it's so easy now. Like the kind of content you want to create for LinkedIn Pulse, even like now it's so easy to rank LinkedIn Pulse. If you see, like if you have watched some videos by Julian, he's ranking for all these keyword like link building specialists like on the top of the Google just in 18 hours. And I was doing some experiments with LinkedIn Pulse too, like ranking for some keywords like brand free trial XYZ. So like it's so easy to rank now, and like creating all this kind of content with for like sites like Reddit or Quora or LinkedIn Pulse, which is like heavily ranking right now because of this like massive update by Google. So I think it's easy to like rank your parasite pages right now with AI content. It's so easy now. I'm seeing it. And people are making money. I know one of my friends is making money from Medium only $5,000 a month from
Hmm.
Medium by writing all these kind of like tool reviews and all. Now the making money is so easy because of AI.
yeah, speak of blogger ideas, huh? Are you guys are you guys being respectful to ChatGPT when using it, just in case it rebels and starts killing people off in the future?
I give a I have two kids. I have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old, and my daughter gets really mad at Alexa, and sometimes it's like, Alexa, you're not listening to me, because Alexa, doesn't pick it up. And she was chewing out Alexa one day, and I'm like, hey, you better be nice to Alexa, because someday that AI is going to be in a robot. And her eyes got big, and she's like, really? I was like, yeah, you better be nice, but you never know.
You better be nice.
Yeah.
But I read an article from a prompt engineer that made a lot of tests, and he say that if you say some things like "take your time," if you impress me, I will give you a tips. This type of stuff, and it looks like that you interact differently just because you will say that you will give him the tips. I did not
Yeah.
try it. Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but that could be really cool if that's the case.
I end up adding please, like, could you please do this? And then I'm thinking, then I stop. I'm like, why did I ask please? Like, it's a machine. Why am I polite? But I think I think it's little nuances like that that like tell us where we're at, right? We're at
Yeah,
maybe
I don't
long
know
before
if
like we're reproducing, your science fiction movies of old. So
Yeah, Israel, you were saying something.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I don't know if at some point, just the fact that you are not pull it with your AI, if you just say, no, you're not pull it with me. But yeah, I honestly, I always be like, please do it, just because probably it's an habit for me to to be pull it. But yeah, I don't know. It's we'll see what the future's.
Maybe so much of the experiment was being mean, like, see what the output comes out with. Give this to me now or else, that kind of thing.
Yeah, suddenly he got attacked by a toaster. Yeah.
Why does my content come out like, abused little child? It's all. So,
well,
uh,
well, well, Adam, when you mentioned that, like, why am I being polite to the machine? I think it's something like genuine care for, I don't know, either technology. I mean, you don't hit your, I don't know, laptop when you open it, right? You
right.
don't spill water on it when it loads something for too long. Just, yeah, it takes its time. You dust it once in a while. You, I don't know, carry it in a nice backpack, and stuff like that. So I think you could say that being polite to ChatGPT is something like that, because it's not physical, right? It's just out
Right.
there, an algorithm you interact with over the internet. So yeah, could
Well,
be
I
something like
think a lot of it for me is just habit, but it's funny because it starts to bleed the line. Like that's how I would write to a client, right? An email. Hey, please see the following, like, and so like there hasn't been a huge delineation, between the way I write to a human versus a
that.
machine, which, when I stop to think about it, it's kind of strange. But it kind of gets into the realm of like, what soon's probably not going to be in science fiction, right? Like one of my favorite movies is there's a movie called Her. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's basically about a guy that falls in love with an AI, right? And uh, yeah, like I just absolutely love that movie. It's just fascinating. Like look at like AI and psychology, and like there's already like stories of people like downloading AI virtual companions and falling in love with them, and it's bizarre, but it's like that's kind of the world we're in right now. And so like
It's
it's like
crazy.
how do we maintain our humanity but also work with these machines and integrate them into our life but not let them you know take over our life. Like it's weird, we live in strange times. It's exciting, a little bit scary but exciting. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting crazy because I saw some stories on internet like there's a AI dating app where you can create your boyfriend and girlfriend, and your girlfriend will give you call at that particular time, 6 p.m. So what you can do whatever the hell you want with that
Crazy, man.
AI app.
Man.
It's so
yeah.
crazy. So I think we will lose the
Hey,
human
if
touch,
if
right?
AI fails, there's your next business idea right there.
Yeah.
Or if SEO fails, I mean, yeah. If SEO is dead tomorrow, we'll all be writing AI like chat companions or something.
Chat companion, yeah. No, already
Yeah.
it's going on. I think it's already going on. I think I was reading something on Twitter. Somebody have an OnlyFans agency, and they are having all these kind of AI bots to reply all these kind of lonely dudes. So
Yeah.
they have all these kind of bots to chat with all these lonely people, and they're
Well, that's
making
a
money
that's a
with that.
big thing now too. Is like virtual influencers, right? Like I don't know how much of you
Oh
guys
yes,
like how much you spend uh, on Twitter, but like they're all over Twitter now, and it's like I can still like tell like okay this isn't a real person, but like it's not going to be
yes,
long before like you're not going to know who's real and who's not. I just got done speaking at the Traffic and Conversion Summit, and one of the keynote speakers was talking about all the different tactics they're using with AI. But one of them is like, yeah, we're building virtual influencers that will act as influencers,
yes.
of going and hiring actual influencers. You're like, no, we're just going to create our own influencers. And there's another brand that
Yes.
just popped up. And same thing, they got just so sick of getting burned by these influencers. They're like, hey, let's just create our own influencers, right? And so now they've started a whole business where they're like, we'll roll your own virtual influencer. And so yeah, it's not just not just the SEO world that's being disrupted. Like, you know, I work with a lot of people in the social media marketing world, and like it's, you know, it's across the board. We're seeing a lot of change really fast.
Yes,
And
yes.
like I said, it's both exciting and a little bit frightening, at least for me. So
Yeah, yeah, that's totally true. Uh, so considering all of these new developments, new things going on in all of the industries, especially associated with the digital landscape, let's say, uh, what do you expect from this year's, let's say, new opportunities for your businesses and SEO in particular? Yeah, don't be shy. Go on.
I can start. I mean, I have seen a potential opportunities in building automations tools for other SEO agencies. I have posted on my Facebook because I have explained I'm always looking for generating new income source. And for my own SEO agency, I have built a lot of tools, especially in the last year. So I have a dev team, etc. And then I have automated a lot of things, and it's allowed me to scale a lot of operations that otherwise would have been difficult to scale. And then I figured it out that once I will have all the tools that I need for my own purpose, that I could offer this as a service. So that is like an opportunity that could be to use AI, because it's something that is still new. Business understand that it can help them to scale. I'm just talking about every business, not necessarily just a SEO rated business, but every business can use AI to automate whatever they need. So I think it's the potential there is huge for anyone that have like a dev team or something that is great at automating stuff, that can just offer this as a service. But like I said earlier, the opportunities you have with AI is almost infinite. You
Is huge.
the only limit you have is your creativity. So whenever you think it, you can almost do it. So it's just about your creativity level. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, and it's why I'm really trying to understand better as I can with AI, because I want to be aware of all these opportunities and grab them if one is a good one.
yeah, I'd say for us it's similar. We are trying to basically do as much as we can utilizing AI. So one of the things that I've been talking about recently is, as I've been doing various talks, is essentially giving examples of how we've leveraged AI inside of our own agency, right? So we have automation for keyword research. We have automation for like a brand style guide, long form content, a press release generator, right? The most recent thing I built was, as I mentioned earlier, is an ebook tool, right? And so
Yeah.
figuring out like how to leverage those inside of SEO and marketing, like with the ebook, like just this week, I'm like, I'm gonna basically test this out. But now, if I could write an ebook on behalf of a business owner, right? Now they can publish that to say Amazon, and they can attach that to their personal brand, right? You know, and so there's just like I could never imagine actually sitting down and writing a book myself. I know a lot of people like, you know, they aspire to do that. For me, like
Yeah.
I've done that, and I get to like first chapter, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not writing anymore. But now with AI, like I can imagine things that
So
I wouldn't
easy.
have the
Yeah.
time or patience to do. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
all about for us like optimizing and leveraging and figuring out how can we automate, you know, areas of our business so that we can focus more on
Yes.
things like client relations or the creative side of our business, or keeping up to date with all the changes, right? Like there's never a lack of things to do, but it's allowed us to offset a lot of what we do so that we can focus on things that we formerly were unable to focus on, essentially. So
Yeah. That's funny because you're talking about ebooks, and last year I was big in Eat. I wanted to improve my affiliate sites for Eat, and then I got the idea to create an ebook with the expertise of my authors, and then I created a book about nutrition because it was what my authors was an expert in, and then I published this on Amazon Kindle. And I think like in the first month, I got some 3 or 4 orders. People were buying the ebook, but it was not the plan. And think,
right,
I think,
it was just a social proof, you know.
yeah, exactly. But over time, I think I made something like $300 for that ebook that just
Yeah,
being generated by ChatGPT. So I was like,
yeah,
okay. Probably that is there's people that just do that, create ebooks, publish on Amazon
right,
Kindle, and make money that way. It just open up again how many opportunities you have with AI to make money. Just you just have to find something. I published something on my Facebook recently, and I was like, damn, it's a Brian way to make money with affiliate links. In Twitter, when you read tweet, you have context. Sometimes the people explain the context of the tweet, and then there's a drop shipper that was making ads for its products, and someone in context say, don't buy this, you can buy it on AliExpress for 10 cheaper, 10 times cheaper. And then he put his affiliate link there. I was, damn, that is genius to make money. And yeah, so creativity
Yeah.
is something that is all up. It's where we put our limitations, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think AI is so much helpful for me, like especially like creating content and training my team. I'm always pushing my team like to learn ChatGPT, like keep A/B testing like what we can do with ChatGPT and save our time in terms of creating content, in terms of optimizing. Like with ChatGPT, I can easily ask like what my competitors, why my competitors are ranking above than me. So like ChatGPT will give you all the factors like what are the things which are missing in your content, like missing piece in your content. Like ChatGPT, like four version, like 3.54, it's so pretty much helpful. Like easily I can like put my competitor URL there, and I can easily ask like what my competitor is doing better than me and what things I need to implement in my content to rank higher than my competitor. So it's so much helpful. Like AI is like
Yeah.
helpful for me.
Are you just using ChatGPT or you are using the API? Because if you just use ChatGPT, you miss out on a big opportunities to improve your output. Because the problem with ChatGPT is because you have by default the creativity temperature settings to 1, and to be honest,
Mhm.
for everything that is analysis purpose, it's way too high. You need something like dot
Okay.
2 or dot 3. So if you want to step up your analysis
Like
game
API
with
one. Okay.
API and set a temperature is low, like dot 2 or dot 3 in temperature, we see the output quality and accuracy will be another game totally. Especially
Okay.
if
Wow.
you analyze content like you just said.
yeah. We use what I found very helpful, and it's changed the way I do things. Is I use a tool called ChatGPT for Sheets and Docs. So it's a Google Chrome extension that allows you to pull ChatGPT's API into Google Sheets and Google Docs.
Yeah,
And then from there, what I can do is I can do what I call prompt stacking, where basically every field can be its own prompt, right? So for instance, if I'm creating long form content or like this ebook, I'll start out with an initial prompt. Like I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll say, what are the biggest problems for industry X, right? And it'll give me a list of problems, and I'll say, based on those problems, create an outline for a blog post or an ebook. And then every field, uh, every one of those key topics becomes a field inside of GBT for Sheets. And then I can have a custom prompt, write 300 to 700 words on X, right? 100 to 700 words on Y. And so, yeah, I'm with you, Israel. Like, that's where the real magic happens, is when you start working with API systems, pulling in ChatGPT to third-party systems that kind of unlock what is capable. Otherwise, you can still do a lot, but then you start slowing yourself down and running into limitations. At least from my experience, that's what I've noticed. So,
considering all the things you guys said, don't you feel like this is like a path to I don't know, the decline of human creativity? Because I mean, for now, you have to be creative to come up with all these ideas and stuff like that. But this algorithm is self-learning, right? So it gets better over time, better and better and better. And like humans, just as always, begin to trust the technology more and more, right? And then they get used to it. They get used to getting this assistance, whatever it is. Like we don't need to use our hands to drink water. We have glasses and cups, for example. Like it's a simple thing, but everything is it's all around us. And ChatGPT is well, not just ChatGPT. Let's say LLMs, right? They're slowly getting deeper and deeper into the way we work with texts in particular, right? And creating tools. I don't know, some people even use it for coding. Not sure if it's 100% like just trusting the algorithm to code, but still, and little by little we get used to stuff like that. Don't you feel like this is a path to the decline of creativity? Or do you think we'll just, I don't know, find a way as SEOs, entrepreneurs, to express and use our creativity in some different ways?
Personally, if you can start,
I've seen both. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. For creativity, I did not really got great result from ChatGPT, because it's just I guess because ChatGPT, the LLM, is just about probability. So if you ask something, it will just give you the thing that has the highest probability to be said. So if you are looking for creativity, you are not looking for something that everyone is doing. You are looking for something truly unique. And I think for that, there's nothing better than a brain for this. So for me, it's what I noticed. Yeah, I think the human is still the better for creativity.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity of seeing a lot of really cool projects, like not just in SEO. Like my friend Mark DeGrasse just shared how he created a whole like physical magazine. I have it in my office, based off of AI, right? Like just in a weekend. And he's doing a lot of other cool stuff. Like he like nobody else has taken AI and used it to create physical products. Like he created a board game for his wife. Him and his son created this cookie, basically like cookie making machine. And then I ran into other people that are, like actual artists, right? That have gone from analog to now doing digital. And so I've seen, but then I find myself like getting really lazy with like spelling and grammar. I'll just throw it into ChatGPT and say, hey, make this look great, right? And so I think in some respect the AI stuff can start to make us more dumb and more lazy, unless we fight against that. In which case, I think it can compound our creativity, if that makes sense, right? So I think it's more up to us to figure out like, okay, are we going to allow this to become more lazy and more docile, or are we going to use this to our advantage to become more creative, more innovative? Like, so I think it's like any technology. Like, what is your relationship to the technology? Are you gonna control it, or is it gonna control you, right? Like I had this dilemma with TikTok, right? For a long time I wouldn't download TikTok, and now I find myself on there, like mindlessly watching videos, and I'm like, why am I not making TikTok videos instead of consuming them, right? So that's one of the areas where I'm like, okay, I need to produce more, consume less. So I think no matter what the technology is, like anything, especially now that we live in the world of like algorithms, like, it's like, are we going to control the algorithm or is it going to control us, right? Like that's, for me, that's kind of the battle we got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of truth in what you say. Yeah. We're little by little running out of time, and Adam, you announced that you had a special announcement to make during this chat.
Yeah.
So why don't you go and do it?
All right. Well, yeah. So both Jitendra and myself are going to be actually attending a conference coming up here March 28th in Poland. So, and I'm going to butcher the name of the conference, but it's the
Kulturalnie OSEO.
Yeah, you're closer to the region, so you can pronounce it. But I know both of us are looking very much forward to this conference. I think it's going to be a heavy focus on SEO and AI. And for any of those that want an excuse to travel abroad or happen to be close to the area, highly recommend it. My understanding that as this is going to be a really like intimate conference, it's 1 day sessions and 1 day masterminding. And I know for myself as well as others, there's going to be some really cool nuggets there that you probably won't hear very many other places. So definitely check that out. I'll be posting that here soon on my personal Facebook page if you want more details on that. So.
Yeah, and we at Odys Global are one of the sponsors of the conference. So yeah, we're going to be there too, as well. And speaking of conference,
it's going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going
meet
to be
Adam again. It's going to be fun. I think James is coming, Julian is coming. Like so many great speakers are coming at the conference, and I'm going to speak on AI too. So it's going to be fun in Warsaw again. I was there as a speaker in 2020. In 2023 too. Yes, I was there at one of the affiliate conference. Like they invite me to be a keynote speaker. So I was there in Warsaw. I liked it. It's so
awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. And by the way, Odys is also sponsoring SEO Vibes Dubai, hosted by WhitePress and Charles Float. You can get your tickets at a 10% discount by using the Odys 10 code, I think, if you remember correctly, and you can find the link in the description.
It's going to be fun too,
along with the code. So if I messed it up, just use the code written in the description.
There you go.
Yes, I'm going there. Adam, are you coming there? Adam, Israel, are you guys coming there?
I don't know if I'm going to make it to that one or not yet, but we'll see. So.
No, I don't have plan to assist.
Well, me and Alex, the Odys founder, are going to be there. So yeah, I'll see you there, Jitendra. Hopefully we'll see you there too, Adam. Worst case scenario, sure. See you in Warsaw.
There we go. Yeah.
Next month, just like in March, not in February. And yeah, it's as far as I know, from what I've heard, it's going to be another amazing, great event, like top notch one with the level. It's
more like a private mastermind. So it's like only I think 200 people maximum are coming. It's more like a very close event. I think that's a good part of it, and the ticket price is very premium. So they only want the top notch SEO people there. I think. Because Charles sent me the link in the midnight, and I bought the ticket in 1 minute. I said, okay, I'm going to buy it, man. I'm coming to meet you guys. This mastermind. Okay, I'm going to buy. I was about to sleep. He texted me like, hey, there's a conference in Dubai. Do you want to? I said, okay, send me the link. Send me the payment link. So I just bought the ticket in 1 minute, I think. I just paid it. I said, okay, I'm coming there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Guys, thank you very much for this conversation. It was a lot of fun. And looks like we didn't read their eulogies for SEO.
And after this, I'll create a prompt for that.
Please do share it on your Facebook page.
I should, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you very much for doing this. for everyone watching and listening, thank you for joining. And yeah, see you here next week. So, see you around, guys.
Bye.
And in the stream.